check. Yep. All right. You look great. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cindy's Sacred Garden. I'm Cindy.
Hi, I'm Sara.
And we're here today to talk about seasonal allergies.
I hear they're coming.
They're already here.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm feeling it. You shared with me you have no allergies.
I'm a lucky one.
She's lucky. And it might be all the Nettle tea you drink. So we can bring that up when we talk about the tea. So basically, we're coming here today to talk to you about seasonal allergies and how to prepare and use Mother Earth's wonderful resources to get you through allergy season. A lot of people ask me what causes allergies, especially this time of the year. Right now, in the western North Carolina mountains, it is elder and juniper, which is bringing in your conifers. It's going to start bringing in the pines, elm, have pollen on them, and they're releasing into the air, and then also we'll have grass arriving soon as well too. The grass pollen, that's just right around the corner. So what does cause allergies? And it's when your immune system reacts to a foreign substance like pollen or dust or pet dander, and your body starts having these allergy responses because the body is saying that you're having some type of foreign substance. And because of that, your body is responding saying, hey, this is dangerous, which creates all of the symptoms of like itchy eyes, runny nose, that clear runny nose, the wheezing, headaches.
Yeah, you said you get brain fog.
Oh, yeah. When my nose starts draining, it's just like all I'm thinking about is my box of tissues. And what can I do to take care of that? And a lot of other people have a dry and or can become a wet cough if the sinuses keep draining deep into the lungs. So here at Cindy's Sacred Garden, we have some of Mother Earth's beautiful remedies that don't leave you feeling groggy, agitated, with all the over-the-counters that, you can get Sudafed, and they all have like stimulating medicine in it that can create symptoms you may not want. So today, which is going to be available, we're releasing our seasonal allergy sinus tea. And Sara is going to be working and putting it into our beautiful big bowl because we'll sell lots of it. So we blend it up beautifully. There's 4 herbs, and I'm going to be talking about while Sara is blending our herbal tea. So Sara does our teas. And I'm really excited to have someone here to work really beautifully with the plants. Many of these are harvested by ourselves, ethically or grown, and what we can't, it is sourced and organic. So we're really careful about that to make sure you're getting clean, organic, loose herbs to work with your body and the properties of it in a healthy way.
Yeah, and tea is a good place for me to be.
Yeah.
Because I drink a lot of tea.
She does.
I love tea.
She does. Her jar is always packed full of herbs. I'm a nighttime tea drinker, or on a hot day I like a chilled tea. So that is nice to have. So here we have our nettles, and that is all of the 4 herbs, which are very sacred, go in together at the same concentrated amount so that they can work their properties to help you with allergy symptoms. So with the nettle, which a lot of people find fascinating when I teach about it, is that when you walk past a stinging nettle plant, or walk into it, I should say, more or less, the hairs on the nettle plant, which are little sharp Barbie hairs, I mean, there's barbs in it, when they get into your skin, the histamine of that hair in the nettles creates a rash.
Mm-hmm.
And you get welts on your body.
Mm-hmm.
But when you drink the nettle tea, and I would do it if I stepped into nettles, I would absolutely quick have nettle tea because it creates an antihistamine response to the histamine that's in the little hairs of the stem of the plant or on the back of the leaves. So that's the beauty of when allergies, the first thing we want is an antihistamine. And that means to dry up the constant drainage, the weepy eyes, the extra excess of fluid that is coming from our sinus cavities.
Mm-hmm.
And so nettles is amazing herb to use for seasonal allergies, especially spring, because this is where it arrives. This is the time that nettles arrive.
Yeah, it's just coming up.
And you are a big fan of nettles.
I am. I just ate my first fresh nettles of the year a few days ago.
You can make pesto with nettles.
Mm-hmm.
It's very high and rich in vitamins and minerals, and it has a very green flavor because of the richness of the chlorophyll.
Mm-hmm.
We had a conversation about this as seaweed has the most, and the nettles would be right behind it with the chlorophyll. So it's really good for your body.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just show this before you put in the next herb.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the tincture we just made with our nettles, and you can see how green it is.
Mm.
And that it has that
so fresh.
rich, minerally. And share what you were saying about that when you drink your nettle tea, that how it tastes and the richness of it.
I just feel really vital. I feel when I taste nettles, I feel like I know this is really good for me. It's going to make me more powerful. It's kind of like when I eat liver.
Mm-hmm.
I have that like really rich, really minerally flavor that I know is going to do me good.
So besides it being one of the best antihistamines that nature grows for us, it also provides really great benefits to our body.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really helping yourself with nettles all the way around. And so that was the main herb of when I put this tea blend together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one, of course, one of my most favorites is Goldenrod. And I saved, this is from the tops.
It's
and
beautiful.
They get really, really, really tall. This is dried, and that's the goldenrod flowers. And it grows all over, and goldenrod is what dries up that clear runny sinus. It is amazing how quick and fast it works. It's a gentle flavor. So even by itself, it's wonderful as a cup of tea to help dry up that runny sinus cavities that can and will drain into your lungs, which then can create a lung infection or a sinus infection. So goldenrod is used as a way to help clear up the excess mucus that's happening. And if it gets into your lungs, it releases and gets it out. And Sara, you see this growing in the fall time, don't you?
Yeah, and so I was wondering, is goldenrod similar to nettle in that it's something that irritates people? Like, does it produce a histamine response when it flowers, but then when you take it internally, it's an antihistamine?
So what Sara is asking is, is goldenrod an allergen?
Mm-hmm.
And no, as a matter of fact, it is the antidote in the fall for ragweed. And it grows right by ragweed.
Oh, yeah, and they look so similar, beautiful yellow flowers.
Yes, and I've got a lot of videos on that because this is one of my most favorite and last that I harvest in the fall time. But it is can be used year round. Goldenrod also works with your kidneys and for UTIs. It's wonderful for children. So goldenrod is really important along with the nettles in here. And this is our goldenrod. We harvest all of this goldenrod. We don't purchase it from anywhere. So it's this local, ethically harvested. I have conversations with the bees, you know, because you're stepping in with the bees. I grow it here at the garden, and this is the bees' last food for winter.
Oh.
So you're just really having this communication with the bees and the cheery yellow flowers. So it's really, really dynamite in every aspect of its properties to bring to you a little joy and sunshine in your life, especially during allergy season when you can't be outside. So that's goldenrod. And then the next herb in the allergy blend for teas is our mullein. And mullein is what I drink it every night. It helps as a natural anti-inflammatory for inflamed areas inside your body. And it helps remove the excess of the fluid that we retain, whether, you know, it could be bad gut health besides allergies, or you have a chronic illness such as fibromyalgia, something like that. So it's really wonderful, and it's great for the lungs. So mullein's really important in this blend, and is it's my plant totem. It's one of my plant totems, and it's just has really no flavor. Again, now this is really important to me with tea blending, is I want to make sure that you can enjoy drinking it without, never put sugar in your teas, guys. It just, it dilutes the properties immediately. If you need, go honey. Find a local beekeeper, which will also help with your allergies if you're within, I would say, 5 miles of where the beekeeper lives. Right in there, that honey is great for allergies because they're taking from the early flowers and helping with the allergies you're having. That bee pollen is really, really great in the honey. And then, yeah, me too. And then peppermint. Oh my gosh. All right. So peppermint really is just a really great antioxidant, but it smells so good. And it blends so well with nettles, with the nettle flavor to tone it down and make it refreshing and easy to digest, works with your digestion. And I like when I'm having allergies and I have a cup of this tea, as soon as it's brewed, my nose is like over my tea, just taking in the steam.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also it's really on a nervous system level for me anyway, and on an emotional level, it's really calming and soothing without making me sleepy or anything. You know, there is an uplifting, almost stimulating quality to it, but in a really like grounded, calming way.
Yeah. So those are the 4 major herbs that we use in this tea. We don't have 10. It's really important to nail down the most important allergy symptoms. And the ones that we described are the biggest one is that sinus drainage, the runny eyes, where it can be a sinus infection and go into a lung infection. Now, the tea isn't the only thing that we have. This is really great for, you know, all day sippers or at nighttime or for children. But I enjoy our herbal tinctures. And we do have a bundle, the allergy bundle, which is a tea. And then I'm going to talk to you about the goldenrod tincture. So this is made with our goldenrod that we harvest and with organic grain alcohol. And a tincture basically, guys, just immediately gets into your system. When placed on the tongue, it only takes a few minutes to get into your system. And what I do with the goldenrod tincture, especially if I have a lot of clear runny nose and that box of tissue does not leave my side, is I'll do 1 dropper full and I'll wait about 10-15 minutes and see, is it drying up? Do I notice I'm not running so much? My eyes aren't as running as well too. And if I'm still a little bit not happy with my results, I'll do 1 more dropper full. And then it usually lasts about 2 to 3 hours during my chronic phase, or anyone's chronic phase. It would be taken every 2 to 3 hours. And this is great to also do right before you go to bed, because while you sleep, you don't know it, it is draining into your lungs. So this is really, Goldenrod tincture is exceptionally well to do at this time. In that bundle, you'll also find the stinging nettle tincture, which I mentioned earlier that Sara does nettles every day. She's a big fan of nettles and doesn't have allergies. So it's almost like her body has built up a helpful immune response to seasonal allergies where she's not affected. So the stinging nettle tincture is really great to start on now if you have, known seasonal allergies, and to help start building up so that you can be prepared. Your body already has the antihistamine in its body to take care of when that pollen is being released. So, and it's also, rich and not as much minerals. Once you put it into alcohol, it'd be different if it was in vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I love that. Nettle extracted in vinegar with some honey in it.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, I do have a jar here. I did make it on YouTube. I'm actually thinking about selling some glycerites and maybe some vinaigrettes, but we'll talk about that at another time. So stinging nettle is really important to have during this time of allergy season. And the other one that Rachel and I were talking about was our astragalus root, which is an adaptogen. But in the case of like allergies or in any other case, astragalus isn't like echinacea where it's stimulating your immune system. It's very balanced and very calming while your body's having this response of, hey, there's a dangerous foreign substance in my body, pollen. It helps the calming of that. So this is, and I take it every morning. I'm a morning person with astragalus and ashwagandha at night, because ashwagandha is really helps more for me in calming and sleeping and keeping my immune system, my adrenals balanced.
Yeah, and I heard you say those words, there's a dangerous foreign substance in my body. And yeah, I think it just feels important to name that it's not just the running eyes, or it's not just the sneezing, it's not just the headache, it's not only the potential symptoms, it's also this like whole body reaction that a person is in all the time that really like lowers capacity, lowers resource, lowers functioning.
Yeah, the fight or flight.
Yeah.
And when you have that, that is where your immune system gets knocked down. So astragalus would be a really good companion to take any time of the year, but especially if you're prone to allergies. And then the other one is the dandelion and burdock. As warmer temperatures arrive and we enter into spring, it's really important time to do a liver cleanse, a gentle liver cleanse. And by cleaning the liver, you also help remove those foreign toxins that are in your body. So this is lovely to take right now or any time of the year to keep your liver in more wellness and in condition of being in a healthy state. So Sara right now, and these are all going to be on sale this weekend to get you ready for the allergy season. We're going to have, there's a couple other things I want to talk about, but this is the only size we offer in the allergy sinus relief. It is so full. There's a generous of the loose 2 ounces, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're weighing herbs, it is a lot. I mean, look at how big the glass jar is from 4 herbs. So the way to make this tea is you're going to need a tea baller or a strainer or a teapot that has a cup in it.
Or a bombilla.
Yes.
The special tea straw.
Yes.
You can leave your loose leaf in your jar or in your mug and just sip on it through the metal straw.
Which this is Sarah's thing.
That's
I
my
know
thing.
it. And I don't mind having a little herb in my tea. So it just depends on, which modality you want to use. 1 full tablespoon is going to get you 2 cups. You can then rerun it through because it's whole loose herbs. It has all its properties, its medicinal properties. And I am a big fan afterwards of composting it.
Yeah.
I'm giving back to the earth what was gifted to me.
Absolutely.
For my body. And it could be, if you don't have an area to compost, it could be a tree, it could be a bush, it could be plants inside your home. They will still get nutritional value from the herbs, and will be in gratitude for that gift you give back. It's right by my foot. Hang on. So it's trying. It wants to be part of this, and it will be. So during the winter, we made this as a chest rub. Let me get up here a little more so you can see. It's a small tin, so that way it's not a big investment. And this is filled with very sinus opening, being able to breathe opening, essential oils, and menthol crystals. So I think it has eucalyptus, spearmint, peppermint, I don't know what else. And menthol crystals, I do know, in our organic oil base. And so it's like I can smell it. This is really great when you get the sinus headaches or the breathing issues. You can apply a little inside your nostril or on your temples. For children, you could put it right here so at night they breathe better. So they're not breathing with their mouths open, and which creates more drainage with the mouth open. So this is a really lovely little thing. It's a small tin. You can carry it in your pocket. You'll smell wonderful. You'll smell very refreshing. So this will be on sale. And then the other thing that I definitely want to talk about this, guys. This is really important. I brought this up during COVID. I am a daily Neti Potter user. So my Neti Pot looks like a genie lamp. There's all different types. You can get ceramic. The company, I can make my own no salts, but I just buy them. It comes in a box, and it has a little blue Neti Pot, which I'm not a big fan of. Neil Med Sinus Rinse. If you're interested in a homemade sinus, the salt recipe, just email me or DM me, and I have the recipe here. But you do not use iodized salt.
Right.
You do not use tap water in a neti pot. Neti potting needs to be pretty clean, number one. And number two, it's used to clean out your nasal cavities. So for me, it's whether I'm around someone with cold, flu, COVID, just to keep my nasal passages clear of whatever I just breathed in. And then during allergy season, I add, and I can do either or. If I feel like I'm getting a little sinus infection or it's getting into my lungs, I will put 4 drops of Usnea into my neti pot and take it into the shower. That's where I use my neti pot. It's more convenient for me.
Sure.
And if I don't drain, if I'm draining too much, and it's morning time, before I even gotten my tea or I got my tincture, I'll do the Goldenrod sinus relief 4 drops in here. I also want to mention before we end, because I always like to mention this, if you are serving tinctures, administering tinctures to your children, it's 1 drop per 10 pounds. So if I needed 2 full dropperfuls per day, you could do the same with your children, or if it's every 2-3 hours, but you would just put it down as how many, 1 drop per 10 pounds of that child's weight. And also for children, I like to add it into a little warm tea or a little warm water, and it just dissipates the alcohol. The alcohol content in here isn't high, but once you put it into a warm substance, the same as cooking with alcohol, it dissipates it. But it maintains the properties of the medicinal herbs that are in here. So that's really important knowledge for you all to have. And the other thing that's going to be in the sale is our shower steamers. I love this. You can just smell it right through the box.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's just amazing. There's four in the box, and they're all each individually wrapped. And you put it into your shower in direct heat when you turn it on, the hot water. And then when you get in, which dissipates the beautiful blend of essential oils that opens up your sinuses. It really helps. For me, it's like this connection. Like I'm awake and I'm moving forth. And then you just move it out of the indirect stream when you're ready of the shower. And mine will last two or three shower times before it totally dissolves. Do not put this in the bath. It would make your skin tingle because it's that powerful. So don't put this in your bath. So I think we pretty much covered what you could do for allergy season. That's really helpful and eases symptoms and can get you through maybe it not going deep into the lungs or creating a sinus infection.
Yeah, just some uncomfortable, itchy times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch out for our sale. Joyce will post it. And we thank you so much for spending this time with us. And Sarah's going to start packaging up this lovely tea. Gratitude. Gratitude for watching us, being here, and supporting our small business run. Yeah, I always want to add women in there because we're just women here. Business. Y'all have a great day and stay tuned.
Thanks for the lesson, Cindi.
You're welcome, Sarah.